Hello, and welcome to a new Factorio Space Age play along. My name is Vagor, and I'm calling this series Building Till I Die. The idea behind this is that if my character dies, we restart from scratch. No respawns, we just pick a new map and get going. I've been playing Factorio for years now. Steam says 21,000 hours. That's a significant portion of my life that I've been playing this game. You would think I would be a lot better at it. I'm not. You're going to be so frustrated watching me play this game. And please have at me in the comments. Feel free to scream at your screen every time I do something dumb. It's going to be often. But just recently, in like the last 3 weeks or so, I've really changed the way I've played the game, and it's really opened up things for me quite a bit. It used to be I would always go in and tweak the maps, but when it would first get started, so that it was easy to defend. I had plenty of resource patches. Everything was within walking distance, really close. I would expand the starting area for the biters way out so that I had plenty of time to build up defenses, and I thought that was making the game more fun. And I've found just in the last 3 weeks, if I play a completely vanilla game and keep all of the settings just basic standards, don't touch the toggles at all, and then also play for keeps, like have this policy of not respawning, having to restart. It's really made the game a lot more fun, and it kind of given me a new lease on this game. A game that I've, again, been playing for years, really enjoy. It's like a whole new game for me. So I hope you're all right with that as we go on this journey together. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get started. So the first thing here that we're going to do is kind of select our map, and you'll just notice that I'm just going in blind. I don't even like to see a preview of what's going on. I just like to get at it. So our little guy here has crash landed Novice, and he's got his ship, and he's got to build a factory in order to survive. So I'm just grabbing some of the supplies from this ship. I'm also, with my other eye, taking a look at our map here. It looks like we've got, oh, look at this. We've got four resource our 4 resource patches that we need for the early game are all just right here. That's great. So that's the first thing that we're going to do is set up an iron smelting operation. Yep, that one's got some coal in it. These bigger rocks have the coal, and we'll need that to power this early game here. I like to have the coal down here on my hotbar. Just makes it easier to come by and fill things up. See if we can find some more of those large rocks. There's one. So the early game is all about kind of moving fast, kind of with purpose. If you just kind of slowly build, you're going to be behind, and there's real consequences. When your pollution cloud reaches those biters' nests and you're not ready for them, you're in real big trouble. So it looks like our closest neighbors is this biter's nest here to the southwest of our initial ore patches, which will be the center of our base. It's a pretty good sized nest. We can see that it's got 4 worms. I'm probably planning on attacking it from down here, from the southeast, um, and coming in that direction. It'll just maybe cut down on the amount of worms that'll be able to shoot it at me and my gun turrets. Let's head back to our ore patch. That's great that we have the coal right there. A lot of rocks, but they're just rocks and no coal in them. 27, and early game, all you do with your iron is just build more drills over and over and over again. Let's start putting stuff on the toolbar. It's funny how in the early game you really can't put much on your toolbar. You just don't have much to deal with. Might as well get copper started. We need some furnaces. That is not much coal. We're going to have to go out and find some more of those big rocks. There's one. So I like to use this kind of opportunity of running around looking for these coal-laced rocks to also kind of scout out my area. We've got that one biter's nest there to the southwest of our area, but I want to check over here on the eastern side, see if we've got anything close. Just the more you can understand about your map, the better you're going to be able to defend yourself. Doesn't look like we've got anything over here, which is great news. Let's head up a little bit and just take a further look around. It is amazing the difference that not tweaking the map makes. I was always, making tons of water, making these like really easily defendable islands of land, and then having huge ore patches that were super rich. And it actually boxes you in a lot, I think, when you play that way. It keeps you from expanding the way I think the game is designed for you to expand. All right, time to top these off and give everything good amount of coal. That's excellent. We can start building things like our power supplies. Get our lab going. Let's take a look and see where our water is. It's way up here by our ship. I like to leave the ship there. I don't know why, I just do. So we're going to need to run some pipes down to where we operate so we can bring that water down to us. I like to have the my power, kind of close to my base, so I'm not constantly running back and forth. Especially the early game, we're going to be hand feeding everything. It's just really critical to keep everything close by. Let's start building those underground pipes. It take forever. I'm going to head down here to the southeast again just to look for coal rocks and to expand our map just a little bit. We've we've really lucked out as far as the biters are concerned. We don't seem to be surrounded on all sides, which is excellent. Okay, yeah, we're pretty good. We'll head back towards the base. Let's see if we can start building red science. We can. Some coal in our pocket to come home. I bet you we've got some hungry machines. Look at that. We have 3 right here. Some more? Oh, yeah. Well, we're here. Let's get it. So I'm going to try to keep this first episode short. My plan is to record twice a week, 30-minute episodes, but this first one I wanted to keep it around 15. So we probably won't get to automating our science. That's kind of like a little goal I set for myself. But we can at least, in these next couple of minutes, get close to like having our lab and all that kind of stuff. Got a good amount of resources there. Let's top everybody off. Looking good there. Ooh, I need to chop down some wood. This early game, and especially now that I play with the biter so close to us, it's important not to go crazy and chop down all of the wood around you. This stuff really does hold back pollution quite a bit. Speaking of pollution, should take a look at our map here. So we've got this biter's nest here, and we've got that one that we looked at as we went out that direction. That seems to be the closest. We can see the perimeter here of our cloud, and as we expand our base, that's just going to get bigger and bigger, and eventually we're going to make somebody mad. So let's build some burner miners, some stone furnaces. You'll notice I'm building a ton, and that's because I'm going to be building some coal production over here on this coal patch, though. That way we don't have to keep running around digging it out of the ground like cavemen. So the concept here is pretty easy. It's like a little daisy chain. People have been doing this, I think, since Factorio began. We just kind of make a little circle here of things and get ourselves a little coal. I guess I already had some in there. Prime these guys. They will start in turn knocking out their own coal, which will feed into the next machine and over and over and over again. These things will eventually get filled up and stop, and there'll be 50 coal in each one of them. So with 9 here, there's 450 just sitting here waiting for me to come over and take care of it. And then now we can expand our iron operation. We don't have a whole lot of coal yet, so probably can't even turn these on. I'm going to just kind of save space here. We'll get that started when we've got some more coal. I think we should call it, you guys. We'll get to that science in the next episode, and we'll get started defending ourselves, getting ready for that first wave of biter attacks, or maybe we'll go and raid them first. That sounds good too. All right, have a good one.